He's always right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my biggest takeaway from Week 13, Desi, Chris, you're gonna enjoy this one. My biggest takeaway from Week 13 is not from the NFL. It is from college football, the NCAA. And I'm going to talk about the biggest whirlwind. In a span of 10 hours on Sunday, we saw a whirlwind of head coaches switch teams in the NCAA. Most of them coming from the SEC. Florida, Arkansas. To remember who else hired a new coach. I think Kentucky fired their head coach after 13 seasons.
Wow.
The biggest switch of all was Lane Kiffin literally jetting his way from Oxford to Baton Rouge to become the next head coach of the LSU Tigers. I mean, you would too if you were given 96 million reasons why.
Yeah.
And he leaves after 6 seasons rebuilding that Ole Miss program. This comes on the heels of a regular season ending and the transfer portal opening. With all the changes happening on that day alone, on Sunday alone, again, Kiffin's being the cherry on top of that pile, I think it's time for the powers that be in the NCAA, especially in NCAA football, to start treating college football like the NFL with handling of coaches and players. You want to enter the transfer portal? Okay. Let's move the transfer portal until the regular season ends and the playoff ends. Like free agency in the NFL. That opens a month after the Super Bowl ends. Want to talk to a coach about an opening? All right. You have to wait until their season ends before you even sniff a chance of interviewing said coach. And it just pains me that, look, the NCAA, since NIL was instituted, since the transfer portal was left wide open back in 2020, when people go in and out as often as they please, we've got guys who are playing their 7th and 8th years of eligibility. I forgot there was one college football. There was a tight end who was playing at the University of Miami. He had like 8-9 years of eligibility. What?
Jeez.
Why? Because you can only redshirt so many times before you. I mean, how many courses do you need to graduate?
Yeah.
Your doctorate. There's only doctors stay in school for 8 years for a reason. Okay.
Yeah.
But this season, this season has to be the season where the NCAA football says, okay, we gotta rein this in because this is getting out of hand, and it's getting out of hand very quickly. There needs to be a power, like a one centralized power commissioner, so to speak. Hi, Nick Saban, I'm talking to you, sir. Even the president of the United States, Donald Trump, said, yeah, we need to rein in control of college football. And he's like, yeah, I think Nick Saban would be a wonderful choice for commissioner of NCAA football. But yeah, it's definitely time to bring in somebody with centralized power who can make rules, negotiate with players in Division 1A football to lay down the law, enforce some rules, because otherwise there's no parity. We got the Power 5 schools, we get the Group of 4, and the Pac-2, soon to be Pac-12 again. Schools are leaving other conferences to become the new sexy big Pac-12 or Pac-8 or Pac-10 or whatever it's going to be called. You have to institute some rules so there can be some parity, like the NFL. Otherwise, there are going to be a lot of schools, especially the smaller schools, like especially in the Group of 5. They're going to be left in the dust while trying to grow their programs. We know some of these programs, and I'm gonna say it, Desi, hold your horses. The Bamas, the Texases, the Ohio States, Michigan, like Big Ten, SEC, ACC schools, they have these big budgets. They can spend all they want on players and coaches, but you got the Sun Belt Conference, the Conference USAs, the American Athletic Conference. Those schools are going to get left behind quickly if it gets out of hand very, very quickly. And again, I don't blame Lane Kiffin for getting a nice fat contract from LSU. It's just the way that it just felt kind of scummy. And I know he went after a podcaster after Saturday's game at the Friday's Egg Bowl game, which also ended in a fight in the stands, I guess. But he went up to this podcaster and says, you shouldn't call me a hoe. Hoe's gonna have hoe behavior, dude. It's hard to put it that way. But wow, that's even surprising. Even Desi's saying, yeah, you have an ally in me. I want parity. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want parity too in NCAA, like we have like we have in the NFL. Like this is gonna get real out of hand real quick. The big schools, they get the bigger fish in the pond, and the small schools are just gonna be they're gonna have to either increase their budgets, find donors to help them out, dip into their already inflated endowments, or they're gonna have to drop a level to FCS because they won't be able to handle the budget, the inflated budget for keeping up with everybody else in the college football world.
They just need donors like Happy from Blue Chips.
We owe it to him. Oh man, Desi's got a lot of comments here saying LS who?
Yeah.
She said I don't blame Lane. Yeah, I don't blame him either.
Well, and did you hear the thing about part of the reason he went there is because his daughter's dating a player on the team? I'm like, no, he went there for the cash.
No, he went there for the cash. I mean, come on. I mean, arguably LSU has the bigger budget. They have the better facilities. So yeah, I would want to build that program. I would want to be a part of that program too. But still, the way they did it is just like, it gives me a bad feeling. Desi's also saying, I'll get to more of these comments here. College football is a pro league almost. Oh, of course, it's a minor leagues right now. It's basically a minor league. It's higher level than the UFL. I'll put it that way. It also says it's gotten ridiculous. They need to cap what teams pay in NIL too, and Nick Saban needs to be commish. I agree. He'll put the law down. I've seen that Aflac. I've seen that Verbo commercial. I love that Verbo commercial. The family gets to the door. He's right there, but the chicken's not till 3. It's 2:55.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, here are the rules.
Some coffin time.
No fun. He's mowing the lawn while they're having dinner. It's a great commercial.
It is a good one.
All right,